What do we do in those moments of ascension crisis? Spiritual meltdown. You might be having overwhelming ascension symptoms. You don't think you're going to make it. You might be overly emotional, flipping out. You're so done with life. You're in a panic or a rage. What do we do, and how do we get past that? Today on Earth 1111. Hey, it's Roxanne. This is Earth 1111. Please subscribe and hit the bell like I always say. And don't forget to share the video as well. It really helps my videos get out to a lot more people that also need the help. And comment below what you're going through and what you learned in the video. And don't forget to like it as well. Thanks so much. Okay, let's get into those moments of ascension symptom crisis, or those moments of emotional, just you don't think you're gonna make it. It's too overwhelming. You are panicking. You feel a complete fight or flight feeling. You're hyperventilating. You can't breathe. You're melting down. You're on the ground, right? All those moments of spiritual crisis, ascension symptom overload, all that. What do we do? How can we get through those moments to know that we're gonna make it beyond the night? There's been lots of moments in my ascension journey where I just did not think I was gonna make it that night. I was not gonna make it the next second, the next minute. And of course, what happens? You get completely into your head, freaking out, telling yourself the most horrible things, telling yourself that you aren't gonna make it, that you're dying, you know, screaming at your guides and your higher self, begging them to help you, right? All that overload. And that doesn't help anything, does it? In those moments, you really need to be that mother to yourself. Your body is an aspect of you. So you need to be that parent, that loving mother or father, right? That friend that you need in that moment. Think of yourself as, you know, feel yourself as being that innocent little child. What would you do if you saw a little innocent child there having a complete meltdown? Maybe they're lost, they can't find mommy, whatever. Would you just kind of look at them and say, you know, get out of here? No, you would completely go to their level and really try to be their best friend, really try to understand them, make them feel okay. So be that to yourself. In that moment, this is number one, you need to really be that mother to your body who is going through so much overrides, so much recoding of your entire DNA. Your entire body is being recoded to light. It's not a little thing. So your body many times is at overload levels. So what happens? It goes into that automatic fight or flight stage. And all the blood goes to your head. And what happens? Your mind races. You get yourself more freaked out. So really try to calm down in those moments. Do some deep breathing. That's another thing you can do. Many different breathing techniques. You can breathe in the nose for about 10 seconds and breathe out slowly through the mouth, almost like you're blowing up a balloon with a little bit of pressure. That will help you sink. So in the nose and out the mouth. Right, all the way. So do that in about 10-second increments. Do this for a few minutes at a time and you will immediately feel more relaxed. Because what this also does is it gets all that blood flow that's circling around in your mind, because of course your mind's racing. You're in that fight or flight, ready to, right, run from the bear or ready to fight something. So what happens when you do that deep breathing? You allow your energy to sit back and to calm down, to go into the body. Then you have less energy in your mind racing and more in your body. Your body is where you're safe. Your body is your connection to the earth, your grounding, right? A lot of people think, okay, well, you ground through your feet by stepping on the earth. Well, you do, But if you're deep in your body, you're always grounded all the time. So get in your center, get into your heart. The breathing really helps. Again, make sure it's also belly breathing. I call it Buddha breaths, right? Where we breathe into our lower belly, where essentially we have a big belly when we're breathing in. Don't be embarrassed. Who cares about weight in these moments? Who cares about your six-pack? It doesn't matter. Get that belly as big as you can. Breathe deep. And again, what that does is it starts breathing life into your lower body, your legs. It gets you more in the body where you feel safe. Up in the mind is where we're not safe. The mind is limited. The mind only knows the worst stories it can tell itself. When you're in the body, you're going to feel safe. We can also do alternative nostril breathing as well. We breathe in one nostril, switch, and breathe out, and breathe in again before we switch again. So you actually breathe out and in before you switch every time. So that will also align the two hemispheres of the brain, the masculine and the feminine, the two energy centers of the body, into a complete balanced state. Then you are not in such a off balance, worrying about everything out here, being affected by all the energies out here. So you end up becoming a lot more balanced and safe feeling, and calm and relaxed. So another thing to do, get on the ground. So you want a hard surface. You don't want to be in a bed. You want to be in a hard surface on the ground or carpet, and lay down on the ground with your spine straight. That's the key. Your spine has to be straight because that is your kundalini energy. That is your flow, your vortex moving up and down. It's your light body. And when you're laying down on your back, another thing you can do to really pinpoint that energy to allow you to be relaxed is you can really tighten up your body, completely squeeze everything, and then allow it to relax and feel like you're sinking and melting into the ground. And we can do this with the whole body, or we can do it starting up here, where we can squeeze our head, squeeze our head muscles, right? Whatever that feels like. And then relax it. And we can squeeze our jaw and really just tighten it up and allow it to relax. Squeeze our shoulders, right? So essentially we go through the whole body, squeezing as hard as you can, and then allowing it to melt into the ground. So again, we're laying on the ground, on our back. That will really allow you to just have those muscles that are taking on so much to just surrender to the new energies coming in. Surrender to the process. Like a lot of these symptoms that you're experiencing is because your spine is blocked. So we live a lifestyle hunched over on our phones, always, everything is in front of us. So what happens is our energy is flopped over. It starts pinching off certain areas in the spine. And every vertebrae ends up becoming its own spinning torus field, its own chakra, right? And again, it goes well beyond that, but your spine has to be free-flowing. It has to be straight. And if we have all of these pinch areas on our spine from injuries, from accidents, from bad posture, from anything, this is now where the energy, when we're receiving a massive download, what happens is the energy has to be able to flow freely. And if your spine is all contracted in certain spots, that's where you now have massive energy like a river, and you have a dam now, and it's heading toward that dam, and it's just blocking it. So you're going to be experiencing massive energy going through your body that isn't flowing properly with the ground, right? It's the same reason with electricity in our homes, that all the electricity has to have a ground. If not, it's just going to be blowing up everywhere, blowing up all the circuits. Well, what happens to your nervous system? Remember, your nervous system is your light body. So your light body, energy moving up and down through the nervous system, through the brain, through the spine, all the fascia, all the different areas of the body. all of that has to be free flowing. And when we have blockages, it creates short circuits. Now we're blowing up our own nervous system. Of course, we're going to feel that anxiety, that overwhelm. We're going to be freaking out. It's because it's almost like you're being zapped, right? And a lot of times we can feel this. We can feel the electricity going through our body. We can feel ourselves vibrating, shaking, right? There's been lots of times, I wouldn't say lots, but maybe about 10 or 20 times in my ascension journey, especially during embodiment, which is advanced ascension, where I've been on the ground convulsing, like I'm having a seizure. And again, scariest moments of your life, right? You feel like you're dying. You feel like you're being attacked by all these entities and all this darkness. Because again, when you are in those moments, we need to be doing that breathing, getting your spine straight, calming yourself down, getting out of the mind, which tells you the worst. When you're in the mind, you're telling yourself everything bad. You're going to die. It's this. You're being attacked by a demon. It's right. The list goes on of what the mind races with. So we need to get out of the mind, because the mind is limited and it tells stories based on half-truths. You know, when you're healing and you have activated a core wound, that can be excruciating. That's, again, myself, probably those times when I was on the ground convulsing like a seizure. It can hit you. It will hit you to the core. The most fear you've ever felt in your life. The most pain you ever felt in your life. You have to surrender, right? You're feeling it. You're feeling that pain of that part of yourself, essentially you, during that exact moment when that horrible event happened, or that shock happened, right? With things like accidents or hearing news, right? It's that shock. It's that tension in the body that where we seize up. Again, should not last beyond a few minutes or an hour. You should be feeling a lot better. If not, again, go to the hospital. So really get in the body, get your spine straight, do the deep breathing to really get into the body, to allow all this energy that's stuck here to be streaming down, relaxing you. As well, when you're laying down on your back, you can also, if you're feeling just so much pressure, so much tension and pressure through the body, right? A lot of this is that resistance you're feeling inside yourself. You're changing, you're evolving, and this light as well coming in is changing you. And the parts of you that don't want to change, right, our ego aspects, our traumas, are resisting it. So it feels like a battle inside your body. It feels like a battle in your mind. And you can feel that pressure, like your head's gonna pop off. Like I said, it's hard to breathe. That's also a big symptom when we're going through that crisis moment. Hyperventilating, you can't take a breath. It feels like we have a cord wrapped around our chest. We can't breathe, right? We have heart palpitations, all this stuff. And the main reason for all this inability to breathe and that tightness in the chest and the heart beating out of your chest is typically going to be the higher heart purging or being activated. So the higher heart is actually between the throat and the heart that's essentially our own individual heart. The higher heart sits around here. And when the collective is going through something major, there's a lot of chaos going on, a lot of fear out there, which again is constantly going on, we will feel it in the higher heart, because the higher heart is the heart of all of the collective. It's the heart of everyone, of the one. So we're going to feel what everyone is going through, especially, again, the more activated you are as far as ascension goes, you activate these higher aspects of yourself, these more macrocosmic aspects. You're going to feel a lot more of the collective of all the people out there. So again, when the higher heart is purging or has been activated, we're going to feel that tightness. I mean, it might be hard to breathe, hard to swallow, right? We don't feel that our blood is flowing through the body. It's being pinched. Our blood pressure feels like it's, maxing out. We have circulation problems, all this stuff. So again, all part of the process. You need to be the one to tell yourself you are safe in that moment. Be that mother to yourself. Tell your body you are safe over and over. While you're doing the deep breathing, while you're on the ground with your spine straight, you are safe. You are being upgraded. We can relax. Be in control. Be that narrator for what's going on. So your body then understands, oh, this is what's happening. I'm not actually just being electrocuted by this ridiculous high energy. There's a purpose. Okay, I'm safe. I can relax instead of fighting against it, which is a lot of time where we have all this pressure, all this resistance. We can relax and we can then allow the energies to integrate versus try to resist them and stop them. And that's mostly why we have those issues. So much you can do. One product that actually I recommend that really helped me was called, it's called Motherwort. It's from any health food store. And that really helps with your nervous system and with your heart palpitations. It really calms down everything. So again, Motherwort, and available at any health food store. And again, try to shop at your local health food store if you can. But yeah, you're always safe. Really talk to yourself. Be that higher self to your body. Command it to relax, right? Make it feel safe. Allow your body to relax. Deep breathe. And feel safe. And then you can surrender to the energies and you're going to feel a lot better with these upgrades going forward. So in those moments, you got this. If you like the video, please make sure you share it with as many people as you can. Like it, comment, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell if you haven't already. And I actually have a new Patreon page, which you can join me there. You never know what will happen here in the regular social media world. If I get deleted, you can find me on Patreon there. So please make sure you join me there. I'm Roxanne. This is EARTH1111. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.